Good evening, everybody. We are calling our meeting to order. We will start with roll call, please. Here.
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 Okay, and if you could all please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by a moment of silence. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, next we have the approval of the agenda. Do I have a motion?
Motion. Second.
Motion and seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
And the next item on the agenda is the election of the governing board president, and for that we need nominations, and I would like to nominate Mrs. Abeg for president. And we don't need a second for that, but I will entertain any other motions for president. Hearing none, we must now vote on that. All those in favor of electing Mrs. Abeg board president, vote aye.
Aye.
Okay, so I will turn this over to you.
All right.
Do you feel comfortable doing election of clerk? Okay, go
All
for
right.
it.
Okay, so now we need to elect a governing board clerk for 2026. Do I have any motions?
I would like to nominate Mrs. Anderson for clerk.
Okay. Any other nominations? Okay. And hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Awesome. Thank you. And I do want to say, before we move on to the next one, I want to recognize that Jill has been the president for 5 consecutive years, I think, and 8 years total in your many years of service to our district. So
It's been a pleasure.
a lot of appreciation for what you're doing, you're instrumental in the success and consistency in our district. So I look forward to working with you and learning from you and with the rest of our board. So thank you for all of your service.
Absolutely, thank you.
All right, so moving on, we're going to go on to the approval of tonight's minutes, or last meeting's minutes. Do I have a motion?
Motion? Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, and on to information and proposals. We'll turn the time over to Dr. Sprout with the superintendent's report.
Thank you, President Abeg. And you're going to have to give me one President Berrigan sometime in the future. I just told Jill, we had 60 straight meetings together. And so thank you for your leadership. Congratulations, President Abeg and Clerk Anderson. January is School Governing Board Appreciation Month, and we thank each of you for your unwavering leadership in support of our students, staff, families, and community. As we are reminded at every swearing in by our county superintendent, you were elected by our community, but you also represent and advocate for more than 8,000 students who are not yet old enough to vote. We truly have the best governing board in the state of Arizona, and it's a model for others to follow. And we see, we feel, we know your positive impact each and every day. So please join me in giving a round of applause in appreciation of our governing board. So thank you. And I think she would be okay with saying this. Ms. Getsky has a son who serves in the military. He is leaving to go back to his service tonight, and that's why she's not here with us tonight. So good reason, yeah. We do have a couple of mementos for you. Apples that are in red boxes right there, and then Levine State 48 shirts. So thank you again to our governing board. 2 days ago, Natasha Perez transitioned into the principalship at Desert Meadows School. Let's give her a round of applause. Where is Natasha? There she is, right there. Stand up, Natasha. Let's give you your moment here. There she is, okay. So to remind the board and our community that's here today, the principal at Desert Meadows School, J.P. Ketchum, will still be on campus, co-partnering with Ms. Perez, and then he will also be transitioning into the principalship at our newest school, the Being Traditional Academy. But Monday was a big day for Natasha and her journey of service in our district, so congratulations. The Mighty Mustangs of Rogers Ranch proudly competed in this year's first LEGO League Unearthed season, earning an impressive 10th place out of 28 teams while showcasing outstanding coding, problem solving, and teamwork with support from Bioscience High School and their cheering families. That same spirit of innovation and collaboration shined at Vista del Sur Accelerated Academy, where families, students, and staff gathered for a festive evening celebrating creativity and community. From a joyful balloon parade of robotic creations to a friendly robotics competition, the night was a high-energy celebration of perseverance, learning, and student success. So please join me in celebrating the Rogers Ranch Mighty Mustangs, and we have students here who are on the team. And so when I call your name, if you please come up. Pocket Durant. Eric Garcia. Faith Garcia. Brooke Murillo. Noemi Parada. Giovanni Torres Contreras. And Martin Vega. We have two students that we know who are arriving late, but I want to make sure that we recognize them if they've already gotten here. Is Megan Garris here yet? Okay. And Aaron Kokomo? Okay. When they get here, we're going to just say a quick congratulations to them. But 10th out of 28 schools, this program continues to grow. Congratulations to our students. Ms. Silva, where are you? Please come forward. Yeah, come on up. This is their leader. And parents, if you'd like to get a picture of the group with our board members, please feel free to come forward. And you can slide in right here. Congratulations. Thank you. Congratulations, Levine Leadership Academy is proud to share that 3 students, Aiden Ashurst, Deshaun James, and DeAndre Hill, advanced to the finals of the annual iCivics e-tournament. More than 30 middle schools from across the state competed, and only the top 7 teams advanced, with one of Levine's 6 teams earning a spot in the finals. Students demonstrated their skills by creating laws and successfully guiding them through Congress. The finals will take place on February 13th at ASU, and winning students will each receive a new iPad. We'll be inviting them here at the subsequent governing board meeting, but let's give them a round of applause. On December 4th, kindergarten through second grade Roadrunners attended the 9th annual Champion Cheers event hosted by Cesar Chavez High School's student government. The CCHS staff parking lot was transformed into a magical movie-themed wonderland with creative displays and hands-on activities that delighted our students. More than 28 student clubs volunteered their time to lead stations and activities, helping the youngest learners feel welcomed, celebrated, and inspired. Champion Cheers is a wonderful example of community partnership that builds belonging and shows Roadrunners they are supported by a village that believes in their future. So congratulations, and that would be MC Cash Roadrunners. Let's give them a round of applause. I have a lot of holiday reporting coming up from before break, which is okay. I saw my Christmas tree lights up, or Christmas lights up, so let's just keep the holidays going here. So the 12th annual Levine Winter Festival at the David Glasser Athletic Complex was on December 5th, and it was an evening full of fun, entertainment, and community spirit. Families enjoyed games, obstacle courses, student performances, photo opportunities, and more, with new additions including a shuttle service and over 60 vendors and food trucks. Together, this incredible event raised more than $25,000 for the Levine Education Foundation, making it a festive night to remember. A huge thanks to our staff that participated in helping this to be a great event. This was overseen by Julie Starkey, who is here tonight, so thank you, Julie. Just as a point of reference, what happens with this $25,000? Charlie and I sent out, I don't know how many checks this week to our students, our former students who are attending college all over the United States. And just a reminder for those parents that are here with 8th graders that in 4 years you can apply for the Levine Education Foundation Scholarship. It is offered to all students who are promoted from 8th grade, not only to go to college, but also if you're interested in a post-secondary certificate opportunity in a trade, we are here to support you. And so that's one of the reasons, other than building community, that we have our Winter Festival. MC Cash, 4th grade Roadrunners, again took flight during an exciting trip to Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport to explore careers in aviation. Students rode the SkyTrain, toured the Aviation Museum, and learned about the many roles that keep airports running safely and efficiently. From pilots to air traffic controllers to engineers, mechanics, and customer service professionals, the experience helps students connect classroom learning to real-world career pathways. They returned energized with new knowledge, vocabulary, and big dreams for the future. Arizona Diamondbacks mascot Baxter the Bobcat visited Rogers Ranch STEM Academy to share his love of learning, delivering STEM and baseball-themed books through an inspiring partnership with the Diamondbacks and Honeywell. That spirit of celebration continued as hundreds of families joined on campus for a vibrant evening of hands-on STEM activities, creativity, and collaboration across all grade levels. Joyful performances by first grade students, choir, and band filled the campus with pride, energy, and community connection. K-2 students and families participated in Levine Elementary School's annual book and breakfast event. This wonderful opportunity for families and students to enjoy a delicious breakfast made in the cafeteria and complete a fun activity together. In addition, all students leave with 3 books to take home, and junior high student council students also joined and read with the students. Paseo Point Dual Language Academy celebrated their 10th annual They are 10 years old at Paseo Point. It's amazing how quick the time has gone by. But their event is the Posadas at the Point, with nearly 2,000 attendees on December 17th. This special evening brought families, students, and staff together to celebrate culture, connection, and holiday spirit, featuring student performances and festive activities that highlight the strong sense of belonging and pride that defines Paseo Point. Hundreds of students, parents, and family members gathered at Levine Leadership Academy to celebrate the holiday season during Merry and Bright Night. Families enjoyed festive student performances, took photos with Santa and the Grinch and Max, made crafts, and spent time connecting with one another while sharing the joy of the season. And all of our schools shined this winter as students took to the stage and shared their talents, creativity, and hard work through festive performances. From joyful songs to heartfelt presentations, each performance reflected the dedication of our students and the staff who support them. These events brought families together, filled our campuses with holiday spirit, and reminded us of the power of the arts to connect and inspire our community. Last month, McKinney Vento Holiday Celebration brought families together for a warm, festive evening filled with connection, joy, and support. Families enjoyed a shared meal, student activities, and received winter support items thanks to the generous efforts of the Levine Community Council, district staff, and volunteers. This heartfelt celebration reflects Levine's continued commitment to ensure every student and family feels valued and supported and empowered to thrive. Each year, the Levine Lions proudly continue their tradition of giving through the Levine Lions holiday baskets. With the generosity of the Lion Club members and Levine District employees, we can continue to make holidays brighter for 50 families. On Monday, December 15th, the Academic Services Department proudly hosted its first virtual parent lunch and learn, led by Zela Gutierrez, our Dean of Student Attendance, bringing families together in a convenient and engaging format. The session focused on the importance of attendance, covering chronic absenteeism, truancy, and practical strategies to support good attendance at home, and an introduction to the new Parent Square Attendance Plus feature. This event marks an exciting step forward in strengthening family partnerships and expanding meaningful opportunities for community engagement. Each of our schools provide all 8th grade students the opportunity to complete the required Arizona civics tests in accordance with Arizona revised statutes, which must be passed to graduate from high school or earn a high school equivalency diploma. As of today, 453 students, or 53% of our current 8th graders, have passed the test. We expect at least 90% of students who enter high school that they will already have earned this achievement. And now we'll move on to 2 amazing staff members that we are here to recognize tonight. We're going to start with our classified student of the month, our classified employee of the month, Ms. Janet Gill. So if you would please come forward, Janet. Ms. Gill does an exceptional job supporting not only students but also fellow educators. She fosters a collaborative learning environment, and her willingness to go above and beyond to ensure students' success makes her an invaluable member of the Paseo Point team. Ms. Gill is quite popular on campus among both students and teachers. She's the most highly requested instructional associate at Paseo. Teachers love working with her, and she's so dependable, bright, and a true joy to work with. Thank you, Ms. Gill, for always going that extra mile. Your commitment to excellence truly elevates the Paseo team. Janet Gill, DLI Instructional Associate at Paseo Point Dual Language Academy. principal is here to say a few more words, so we'll let you join her over there.
Hola, maestra. I have a few words to say about Maestra Gil. Felicidades. Maestra Gil is kind, calm, and incredibly capable and extremely overqualified as she brings a steady and positive presence to our campus every single day. The instructional associate job, as a lot of us know, is really hard because you can be pulled in many different directions, yet she handles it with grace and always stays poised under pressure. Because she works so well with others and does her job so well, just like Dr. Sprout mentioned, many teachers specifically request her knowing that they can truly count on her. We're so grateful for you, Maestra, and for the care you show our students and for the positive impact she makes on our entire school community. Felicidades.
Our certified employee of the month is Natalie Naranjo, fourth grade teacher at MC Cash. And Natalie, if you'd please come forward. When you walk into Miss Naranjo's fourth grade classroom, you will immediately be greeted by a big, warm, and inviting smile that says you are welcome here. Stay in her classroom and you'll find a student-centered, positive community with clear routines, expectations, and engaged learners. Never one to rest on her laurels, Ms. Naranjo continually strives to learn and grow, becoming an even more effective teacher. Outside of the classroom, she runs 2 after-school clubs, offering her students a fun and creative outlet. Thank you, Natalie, for teaching and mentoring our students and genuinely caring about their success. Miss Natalie Naranjo, fourth grade teacher at MC Cash School. That's a good one.
So I've never spoken into this before. So beyond what is in the application, Natalie does so many additional things for our school. She serves as a new teacher mentor and has for several years. She's a member of our PBIS committee, which decides all of the things that happen with regards to students being safe at school, students feeling awarded, and also the disciplinary aspects and what procedures and systems changes need to take place with that. She's a reality TV nut. So if you have any questions about the last 7 seasons of 90 Day Fiancé, she's your gal. And also a Disney fanatic with her son Max back there. Goes on several cruises a year, comes back and tells us all, if you want to know how to make it happen for cheap, you got to let us know. And if you know anything about me, I always want to do it for cheap. So thank you, Natalie, for all you do for us.
Okay, so our 2 students that help support the Rogers Ranch team are here, and we're going to go ahead and call them up. And then the Rogers Ranch students and Ms. Silva, if you would all come up, let's redo a picture here. Thank you to Megan Garris and Aaron Kokomo. If they would both come up, that would be great. And all of our Rogers Ranch students come back up and we'll get another group picture. So if you're a part of the Rogers Ranch team, come on up. And parents, if you want to come and get another picture, feel free to do so. Congratulations. Wanted to notify the board of our upcoming events. I'm not going to read through this, but you can see we have a lot of things coming up in the month ahead. And so including the Levine Community Parade on January 31st, but a lot of events here we're very excited about. So we look forward to seeing board members and everyone at these great events. So we'll move on now. And I'm very excited about our classroom spotlight. Being a former 8th grade science teacher, I'm excited to interact with these students from Estrella Foothills Global Academy. And so we're going to turn it over to Principal Aaron Liebush and take it away.
Good evening, President Abeg, members of the board, Dr. Sprout, and guests. Please take a moment to look at the amazing artwork that our students have produced under the incredible art teacher, Ms. Wild. Ms. Wild helps to encourage students to investigate historical artworks along with exploring contemporary pieces to empower students to think critically, take creative risks, and develop their own artistic voice. But today, I am excited to shine on our classroom spotlight tonight on a group of students and an outstanding educator who truly embody the spirit of inquiry and excellence here at Estrella Foothills Global Academy, Mrs. Williams, 8th grade science class. Throughout the school year, Mrs. Williams students are actively engaged in hands-on science investigations using our curriculum, Discovery Education Science Textbook. Most recently, students have been investigating a unit on the Hindenburg explosions, and this anchor phenomenon that Discovery Education provides to our students allows them to engage in real-world phenomenon that challenges them to ask questions, collect and analyze data, and draw evidence-based conclusions. Students begin with a driving question such as, how does hydrogen burn? Science matters because it teaches our students how to think critically about the world around them. It cultivates curiosity, fosters problem-solving skills, and encourages resilience. Skills that are essential no matter what path our students choose to take. When students conduct experiments and analyze data, they're not just learning science. They're strengthening reading comprehension as they interpret complex text, they analyze graphics and procedures, and they are enhancing mathematical reasoning as they measure, calculate, and interpret quantitative results. Science becomes a powerful bridge that just builds together all academic domains. I hope you are all ready to become scientists tonight as you will join our students in a hands-on investigation. Please join me in recognizing and welcoming Mrs. Cynthia Williams as she provides more information on tonight's science exploration.
Good evening, President Abeg, Dr. Sprout, and esteemed governing board members. We're honored to be here this evening to showcase Discovery Education. The lesson explores the relationship between hydrogen, oxygen, and water. Through a hands-on investigation, students examine whether water can be transformed to produce hydrogen and oxygen, demonstrating key principles of chemical change. The 3 dimensions of science are fully integrated throughout the lesson. Students engage in science and engineering practices by developing and using models, exploring core disciplinary ideas such as structures and properties and chemical reactions, and apply the cross-cutting concept of energy and matter as they analyze change within a natural system. We're excited to share how Discovery Education engaged students in meaningful, standard-aligned learning. At this time, I would like to introduce our EFGA Scorpions. John, Daisy, Landon, Savannah, Andrew, Ayub, Victoria, Christian, Marissa, and Leah. These beautiful scorpions will demonstrate today's hands-on investigation, electrolysis. Beautiful ones. Can we go, please?
Okay, so first we're going to start with wearing glasses. Okay. I will love it. These are very tiny. Let's see. Do you want these ones? Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
What we will be doing is separating hydrogen from oxygen from water using electricity.
Oh, looking good. Looking good.
What I will be doing is I'm going to put some baking soda inside the water. And
So first we're going to start off by naming off the materials that we have for you. Got it.
it must be all minutes.
So first we have a small plastic container Got it. with push poked at the bottom. Okay. And then we have a 9V battery. Okay. A plastic spoon to stir the mixture. Okay. Test tubes that are glass. Got A
it.
beaker filled with metal push temperature water. 9-volt battery and baking soda. Okay. Water. Do you mind pouring this baking soda into the water? Sure. Right here? Yeah.
Now
Okay.
that we have
So now
said
Savannah's
beaker
going to mix
full of baking soda and water, we're going to pour
Okay.
it into it.
Okay, now she's gonna pour the baking soda into these beakers.
So we are, what this is,
Now we're gonna
we got,
put the test tube
we're
so
gonna
it's
have
always
these
on the
two push pins
Oh,
on
okay.
top of the test tubes. And we're just going to flip it. Yeah. And we're going to pour some more of that.
Okay.
That's good. And the reason why we have the push pins in there is so when we have a battery, we can
Now
have,
she's gonna pour water into
we can have
the container to cover the push pins for it.
onto the battery.
Okay, now we're gonna put this mixture onto the battery. Do you mind holding the battery? Now we're gonna connect the push pins.
Now, we figured out the positive volt charge will give off only oxygen molecules, and the negative charge will give off the hydrogen. We can tell the difference.
There's twice as much. There it goes.
You take a look at the bubbles. You can see the hydrogen one is much more filled with bubbles
It got on
than the
it?
oxygen.
So do you see those little bubbles right
No,
there?
but
That's how we know the
is
chemical reaction.
inside
that's
one
crazy.
H2O, there's two hydrogen molecules while there's one oxygen.
In the
So you can see more
Yeah,
floating
in the
around.
chemical formula for water, it's H2O. So there's more bubbles on that means that this is hydrogen and oxygen because in the chemical formula, there's two hydrogen atoms, meaning it's going to have more bubbles in it.
Interesting. Wow.
Because it's given off.
Very amazing.
The chemical reaction.
So do you know
is
why we had to put water in this
something happening?
plastic cup? Is it so it wouldn't drain
So
from these?
when you see bubbles coming off, you know,
So since there's on the bottom, that's what connects the battery that's what most of electricity for.
Oh, so you have to have the water in the cup to help it flow?
Yeah.
Interesting. Oh, that is so cool to see that happen. And why do we have to add the baking soda? Because of it.
No, you're good. That's awesome, guys. The water to increase the conductivity of the maybe even other. So yeah,
She's got all the answers too. This is amazing. That is very cool. Oh my goodness. So would it work if you put something else in the water, or does it have to be baking soda?
What people bake in
That's
why
very
is
cool.
what it is because
That's
of the
really
hydrogen.
cool. So do you guys do this as
It's
students? Do this in class? Do you do lots of experiments and things?
that
That's
hydrogen
good. Thanks for that.
is and volatile.
what grade are you in?
And that's why it's used in fish.
Oh yeah, the more bubbles. Look at that.
The original experiment is to test
They're about
the
finished.
hydrogen. It's not safe. So we cut that part out.
Okay.
You guys did awesome. Thank you. Great job. Keep it up. You guys are 8th graders?
Yeah.
What high school are you going to? Do you know?
Denver Coast East.
Okay. Seems like lots of people from the MJ go there, correct?
Yeah. Thank you.
Good job. Thanks, you guys.
Thank you for letting us present this lesson to you. We really enjoyed doing this, and we hope we get an opportunity to do it again. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
So, Ms. Williams, if you could bring your students up here, we'll get a picture with you and them, and Ms. Levish and Ms. Glover. No. Too bad.
All right, we're gonna go in 3, 2, 1, in 3, 2, 1, and last one in 3, 2, 1.
Stay there. Stay there.
Just look straight.
Here, get out of your way.
Thank you, guys. Yeah. Once again, thank you, students. Thank you, Ms. Williams. We have a whole team here from Estrella Foothills. Parents, thank you for being here tonight and for making Estrella Foothills your school for your children. We are very excited to have 8th graders here because we're looking at a lot of students who are making some big decisions and getting, in that final year for high school. And so we look forward to hearing great things about you as you go into the second half here of the school year and head out to high school next year. But thanks again, parents and staff and students. Let's give them another round of applause. I like to say, what they're doing here is chemistry. It's the same chemistry they're going to be doing in high school and college. Chemistry doesn't change. And so our students had a solid understanding of key chemical principles that they will carry with them throughout the rest of their hopefully long chemistry careers. So, all right, and with that, President Abeg, we'll turn it back over to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mrs. Williams, and to your class. I have to admit, I was a little nervous when you introduced it with the Hindenburg of what we were going to, and we got goggles and everything, but that was great. You guys did a great job, and I really appreciate you being here. And families, thank you for sharing your children with us today. They did great, and great things going on at EFGA, so we appreciate that. We are going to take a break before we move on to the business portion of our meeting. You are welcome to stay or go celebrate with your families, and we appreciate you all being here. Don't really need this, but there we go. First time on the gavel. Okay. All right, welcome back. And we're moving on to the ELA curriculum adoption update presentation.
All right. Good evening, President Abeg, Dr. Sprout, board members, and guests. Tonight, it is my honor to share with you the dynamic work that continues to happen throughout each curriculum adoption. So a curriculum adoption certainly embodies a number of our identified aspirations, but significantly aligns with the following four. So in terms of student achievement, this work commits to the academic achievement of students in preparation for high school and beyond by ensuring that we provide quality resources to all of our students. The alignment to instructional excellence includes providing the highest quality of instruction by ensuring our teachers have the appropriate resources to do so. The employee experience notes that empowering our stakeholders to make a positive impact on our community, which embodies the purpose of a committee, and the alignment to community choice by providing the absolute best educational option for all pre-K through 8th grade children. So in August, this endeavor started by posting a vacancy announcement sharing the intent to adopt a new English language arts curriculum for the 2026-27 school year. This is a valuable part of ensuring that all voices are heard and considered. This information is shared out with our district leaders, who will then share the information with community members and teachers. In this process, the majority of the committee are typically teachers that have a vested interest in what materials they will be using in their classrooms to deliver that high level of instruction. The announcement is also shared on our website. The call for representation is established, and by the first meeting, a working committee is created. And in this case, the committee began with over 74 participants, which included 45 teachers, 8 teachers that are also parents, 22 instructional coaches, and 7 administrators. On this slide, you'll notice the date 12/2/25. This date is consistently changing as communication updates to our website happen. These updates include meeting agendas, meeting minutes, and information on accessing the digital platform of the programs that are being considered. It is vital that we consistently communicate throughout the process with school leadership teams, the members of the committee, and our general public. And with this in mind, I create a website that I manage and share to ensure that the information is easily accessible to all stakeholders. This website houses important information in making a sound decision. Included are the Arizona academic standards, guiding questions, established rating criteria, and the publisher resources. This is an example of the expected outcome at our initial meeting that we held in September. These are incredible opportunities to embed professional development, which have included establishing our shared purpose, reviewing the academic standards that support a clear understanding of what to consider in terms of rating criteria, and ultimately creating common language amongst everybody serving on the committee. With that being said, professional development, again, is embedded throughout. It is intended to refresh and review our perspectives on the teaching and learning process for a specific content. This was often achieved by having collaborative discussions. So in this particular case, this is an example of what that beginning work looked like. Moving forward, one of the very first orders of business begins with collaborating and agreeing on criteria that is aligned to our Arizona English Language Arts standards. This is to ensure that we are adopting an aligned program for our students, as well as providing a vetted resource for our teachers. This important work essentially supports a credible framework for rating the programs and establishing a strong recommendation for a curriculum adoption. Prior to seeking out other programs, it is really important that we first take a critical look at what we are currently using in our English language arts classrooms. And in this case, it is Savas Ready Gen K-5, which is now a retired program, and McGraw-Hill Study Sync 6.8, which does not offer a K-5 paired option. You'll notice that each identified criteria includes relative questions to support clarity. In this case, the final quantitative evaluation of the 3 programs consisted of 16 questions. Next, the invite to present from various publishers is scheduled. These are timed, and they're intended to provide our team with just a logistical overview of how the program is organized. After the presentations, it is now the committee's work to really engage in the format for teaching and learning. The next few meetings we will spend reviewing and analyzing each of the programs. As the committee continues to vet the optional programs, we analyze the programs from various perspectives, which include the parent, the teacher, and the student points of view, as well as focusing on how the resources might really look in action. The programs are shared out with all stakeholders through the website, and discussions are also facilitated through our committee members. Additionally, a posting of the intent to adopt a new curriculum appears on our website, shared out on various communication platforms. Information on how to access the programs are noted for stakeholder viewing and community feedback. The 3 vendors included in our consideration are Amplify, American Reading Company, and Great Minds. The work is ongoing as the committee is tasked with reviewing each of the programs, oftentimes completing an individual task prior to the next meeting. These are done individually, referencing our criteria as rationale, then coming back to get together to discuss and compare findings with an assigned grade level team, a subgroup, or even a vertical team. The reviewing of the program does involve a majority of qualitative tasks, followed up by discussions. But the committee's final step is a quantitative evaluation of the 3 programs using a 4-point Likert scale. The committee's information is collected and shared as the program recommendation for adoption. And in alignment with the Levine School District policy, the programs are on display for 60 days prior to the meeting at which the final recommendation will be provided to the school board for consideration as an adopted textbook. As you may have noticed, the printed materials are on display out in the front reception area, and a digital version of the display was made available on our website for the community as of December 2nd, 2025. So what's next? To date, Ms. Zimbruski, Ms. Camacho, and I have had the privilege of touring districts to observe potential programs in action. Upon the conclusion of the vendor presentation, I created a Google document that was shared out with the vendor representatives and our committee to ensure that real-time questions were answered. We have also encouraged our teachers to use various pieces of the programs to get a feel of how it might look or sound as we begin to consider the process for implementation. And then finally, as of last night, the committee has narrowed their recommendation to 1 program based on hours of work, and it is my intent to provide this recommendation for consideration at the February board meeting. And so with that, that's the end of tonight's presentation, and I will stand for any questions if the board has any.
Do I have any questions down here?
I don't have any questions, but I just want to thank you guys for all of the work that you do, because there is so much behind the scenes and preparation, and teachers taking the time to come and look at the materials after class and that kind of thing. And so it's such an important decision to ensure all of our students have the materials they need to be successful readers. And so I just appreciate you guys and all of that work that you guys do.
Thank you. It is true. It's a major commitment, and The majority of the teachers show up and we meet frequently, and it's a lot of work. So I really appreciate them, and I want to publicly say how much we are just so honored to have the commitment of the teachers and the coaches and the team that really served in this capacity.
Yeah, ditto. Thank you so much for all you did. I'm impressed that 74 people were on the committee and wanted to do that. And I'm definitely going to review it on the website. That's amazing that we can go look at that.
There's also out in front in the reception area, I created like a handout document so that if someone comes in and they just want to take the handout, they can have the handout and then follow the directions as well.
Sure. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I just made eye contact with Mr. Martin over there to make sure my statement was accurate. I believe this is paid for by override dollars, which is a voter-approved initiative, and so just want to make sure we appreciate our voters for supporting something so incredibly important that we probably wouldn't otherwise be able to afford updating as frequently. So DAA override probably? Yeah. Okay.
I appreciate you bringing that up because I know at school board, at our like ASBA conventions, when I've spoken to other districts, that's not always the case. Or when I was on PTA and spoke to other PTA leaders in other districts where they don't have that updated curriculum. So I appreciate that from the voters. And I know I was involved in the math curriculum adoption when you were doing that, and I've never been to a more productive or purposeful meetings than the ones you run. Like, it's very impressive.
Thank
you can tell just from this presentation, but having sat in them, like, just such a great process that you have in it, and I feel like we really benefit from the very meaningful discussions that are happening and bringing in so many stakeholders. And when I've gone out and done school visits, even in December, there's buzz, there's excitement, and teachers who are really thinking critically about it, and I really appreciate everyone that's coming together to figure that out, and the availability of the community, because I know that's very important to some people in the community to know what the curriculum is and to have that access, and it's so accessible, which is great. So thank you for all of your effort on that.
You're welcome. Yes, thank you. And I would like to also say too how fortunate we are to be in a school district that is so incredibly supportive, and so thank you to all of you and to our community for just being outstanding cheerleaders to all of us and to our kids, and then to our teachers. So appreciate that so much.
And I do have to say, you left us on a cliffhanger, like the whole thing up to we chose.
I know.
Coming next month.
We have 30 more days.
30 more days.
We have 30 more days. And so at this point, we really are looking forward to our community's feedback. If there's some questions or anything that they might have that we can clear up regarding any of the vendors, we're happy to do that too. So February, more to come.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, now we have support services with Robert Jacobson. Thank you.
Actually, I'm co-presenting tonight.
Okay. I see.
Good evening, President Albeck, governing board members, Dr. Sprout. Mr. Romero, our supervisor of maintenance, is going to co-present with me on some slides, so he'll be coming up in just a little bit. But first, I want to start with our aspirations and support services, what we support. So we are probably one of the biggest funding sources in maintenance as far as construction and M&O dollars, capital, bonds, stuff like that. So we make sure that we actually are good stewards of taxpayers' dollars. We try to make sure we get good quality products at low prices, so that way we can spread those dollars out. As we know, the dollars are a little bit thinner now than they used to be. And the other thing too is, and Mr. Romero will actually highlight this a little bit in his part, is the safety aspect of our aspirations. We want to make sure that we are safe for our staff and our students, that they have a safe space for them to come and educate and also be educated. So look forward to get into the program here. What is support services? We actually take care of building maintenance, grounds care, construction, overnight custodials, which we actually outsource. And they've been a great partner for us for about 6 years. And then also, too, we actually partner up with the site-based plant managers at each site. They're actually our eyes and ears on the ground at every site. And as Mr. Romero will share with our work order process, they are key to what we do for our support services and make sure that that they let us know what's going on in their campuses. We also actually get out there and look as well, but they are there day to day, working with their teachers and their staff to make sure that we are staying on top of stuff. Building maintenance, I always tell my staff, there's two things you have to be good maintenance people, is caring and want to make a difference, because you can walk by something and don't care about it. But if you care about it and then you want to try to fix it, then you're trying to make a difference for what we try to do in our schools. We have 19 positions, including myself, and as my staff's well aware of, and it happened, and I'm sorry, Ms. Goodwin, we actually hit one of her wire lines a couple weeks ago. We're out there trying to get stuff fixed, okay? And it was actually not good that we hit water, but it was good that I got mud on my pants and I was able to work instead of being in the office. So part of what our maintenance team does is we take care of the buildings, and we are getting more high-tech in our buildings than we ever have before. More automation, and working with our IT colleagues on their department about what we do and how we do it. And then our grounds team is one thing that I'm very proud of. 11.5 years ago when I come here, when I interviewed, I actually drove the district and realized that we had a spectacular grounds team. And for the most part, most of those gentlemen are still here today. And I will put our guys up against anybody, okay? So when I first got here, I thought you water, cut, and then repeat. It don't work that way, okay? Which I will talk about a little later. But my job is to stay out of their way is what my job really is. Maintenance team, we have one maintenance supervisor, one admin assistant who keeps us in line. She's the one that keeps us funded as far as our POs and making sure all the guys are taken care of back in the shop. We have maintenance 2 workers, maintenance 1 workers, and we have one plant manager here that takes care of the LEC, and also she actually is the mail carrier. A few years back, we aligned our jobs and our salaries to where if you're a certified staff member, which means you're certified and you have higher education in your trade, our HVAC guys, our locksmiths, our fire guys, those guys are all certified. So the district decided to elevate those into a different category, which really makes it key for us to, when we go to hire folks, that we do have certified staff member and then non-certified staff members. So, and it's been working out great, and those staff members are really good at it. So with that being said, I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Romero.
Good evening, President Board Abeg, governing board members, and Dr. Jeff Sprout. I'm here to share how our maintenance operates from week to week. Here is, I'm going to go down, sorry about that. My first time, so. But I'm going to give you 8 key aspects to how our maintenance runs on a day-to-day operations. We have HVAC, so I got 2 technicians. They're both certified in that class. We actually split that division in half, so one technician takes care of half the school, the other takes care of the other. We have a plumber. The plumber takes care of mainly main lines, what's in the wall, underground, things like that. The actual restrooms are ran by the plant manager's majority of it, and that's your faucets, your toilets, things like that. Our electrical, you're talking your outlets, your lights, and then your main breaker panels, that's ran by one electrician we have. Fire systems, low voltage, is ran by the same technician. And with the new card readers, it's actually become a lot more technical, so he's diving harder and harder into that, which is great. Our locksmith, and that's including everything from door hardware, panic devices, door closers. We have one certified technician in that. We do all in-house welding and fabrication, so you'll see like backflows out there with the cages when we had theft. We built all those in-house. During COVID, every shield that was on every campus, we built in-house. None of that went outside the house. So, and then our energy management system, it goes back to the HVAC side. What that does is it runs our thermostats to make sure we're in compliance, and we're also saving the district money and not running the units too hard. Right now we have, it's not going down. Right now, we have 891,000, just over 891,000 square feet under roof. By the end of 2027 school year, we'll have about 132,500 added to that, which will give us 1 million square feet, over 1 million square feet district-wide to take care of. We have 758 units right now, AC units. We have one air-cooled chiller system at MC Cash, and we have one water chill system at Vista del Sur. So those take a special technician, and our technicians actually have been trained on them and do a great job keeping those up. We have 130 card readers right now through the system, and we keep adding to that number as we identify doors that need to be a card reader on, because that actually helps the principal understand who's coming in their campus, who's not, and they can actually allow times for teachers to be in, teachers not to be in. We have 1,972 locked doors, 208 restrooms. So for as small a staff as we have, we actually get a lot accomplished, and it's just because of the quality of training my staff has. I wanted to go back in 2013 or 2023. We started noticing that teachers were asking us and staff members, hey, when can we get to our classrooms about work orders? And we said we need to actually give the teachers and all staff members a voice in the district. So what we did in 2014, we implemented the FMX work order system. Every staff member has a voice. Right now we have 662 current members logged into the system, 18 technicians that actually do the work, and we do a preventative maintenance on Wednesdays, and what that is we basically walk to school, we have tablets, we'll put a work order in for either the plant manager or my staff, and then we come back at a different date and actually repair it. This way we keep the campuses in the best shape we can. We're identifying issues before they're actually coming up. That is also mandated by the state facilities board, so we're staying on top of that. Right here is just a quick overflow of the work order, and basically how it starts is you can see in the green or the dark green, the Levine staff puts the work order in, it goes instantly to the plant manager now they can either decide there if they can fix it or if it is an issue that support service needs to take care of. So they can either send it to us or they can fix it and resolve it themselves. Me on top is the light green, and I oversee all of them, and that's just to say, hey, you know what, this is a big issue, it needs to be repaired right now, or this goes right to my staff, and I will actually take it and send it to them before the plant manager sometimes sees it. So that's just an overview of it. I'm going to turn it back over to Mr. Jacobson. If you have any questions at the end, feel free to ask. I appreciate it. And thank you all for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Romero. So our grounds team, we have one certified lead groundsman who's been here about 18, 19 years now. And then we have 3 grounds 2, and then 1 groundskeeper 1, and 1 vacant. We just hired our staff that started Monday, so I had 2 of that spot. Now we have 1. Our lead grounds certified, he holds our qualified applicator license that allows us to be certified, and those guys are actually the same as we did with the maintenance side. We actually learned that those guys have higher education too in grounds. So all of those staff members are spray applicators that actually go out and spray, and we have a program that we go out and spray with. So when we were putting this together, and Charlie and I were talking about it, I don't think, and I know he loves numbers, so we track everything in this district. And I didn't bring this to this district. This was already here when I got here. We know every tree, bush, how much grass we have, how much hardscape we have. And as we move forward, and at the end of the year when we have a little money left, the supervisors and leads come to me, and they actually allocate for their departments. And one thing that my lead allocates for is trees. And we've qualified for the shade grant for City of Phoenix a few times. We've actually applied for the SRP grant for trees for a few times. So we track all that stuff, and when storms are hitting in the monsoon season, we know exactly how many trees are down and we know how many to replace. Irrigation, about 5 years ago, we are high tech in irrigation as well in the ground side, which I'll show you a graphic here in just a little bit, that we know exactly how much water gets put out at any given time. And about 5 years ago, we come in after a 4th of July break and the front LEC was flooded. And that was because we had a valve that stuck open that we had no idea. Now our system actually alerts us, shuts the valves off, so we actually save money. And the buyback is 1.5 years on this system. So it made sense to Mr. Haggerty at the time. I know it probably makes sense to all the business folks right now. So yeah, that was a great system, and I'll show you that in here in just a second. Our playground systems are certified, and we check them on a daily basis, which is the plant manager's job to go out and check them. We check them on a quarterly basis and an annual basis, and then we actually have the trust come out and check them too. So we want to make sure our playground system stays up and running, and so it's safe for our students. And then if there is something that needs to be repaired, these are all custom made, so we go out and evaluate it to make sure they are safe. If there's something we have to knock out of the system, we make that system safe. We actually add the rest of it too, and then we order that part, and hopefully we get that in a timely manner. So this is just a snapshot of Australia Foothills on the irrigation system. It's called Weather Track. There's a lot of information that is right here. As you can see, the blue line actually is what's called evaporation time limit. That's what the computer says we should be watering. But what we also do too is we go out and take soil samples. We actually have an irrigator that actually goes out and looks at it. He also has to work with the mowing teams, because you don't want to go out, like when you see the higher numbers at 100 gallons for that evening, 100,000 gallons for that evening, you don't want to run 100,000 gallons the night before and then put a mower on it. Then we're going to have a lot of people that are mad at us, right? So he has to work with the mowing teams to make sure that that is down. Also too, the system, when this is August, and this is the high point of monsoon. I don't know how much monsoon, I don't remember how much monsoon we had this last summer, but our system actually allows us to where if it does rain, we have sensors in the ground that actually will shut the water down to where it only waters what it needs to be watered. But it also comes with a gentleman that looks at this. It gets red flagged if there is an issue, and then he goes out and inspects that. But also too, if there's nothing wrong with the system, he still goes out and inspects and makes sure that we are doing what we're supposed to be doing to be good stewards, like we align with our goals to make sure we're good stewards of taxpayers' dollars. Construction. This is why I come here 11.5 years ago. I've been privileged to build 3 schools since I've been here, 2.5. We're on our 3rd school right now, which is Levine Traditional Academy. I know some of the governing board members got a chance to tour that yesterday on the beam signing. That is actually my first beam signing in my entire 40-plus years career. I've never signed a beam before, so it was kind of great. And I'm glad I went behind Mrs. Camacho, because I looked at her date and copied her date, so I didn't get the 25 on there. So that is going very well. As Mr. Bunn said, we are tracking to be done in the 1st of July, July 1st, which is good. I didn't even know until yesterday that we are getting our equipment early, which is huge for our school to be built, because that is something that we always usually are sweating at the end. Vista Del Sur Accelerated Academy Classroom Edition started right before winter break. We are on track to finish that in July as well. One thing I failed to put in here is we are also working on the programming of the front office, moving the cafeteria, moving the kitchen, moving the media center, doing all the work, adding another classroom for 2nd grade. I do want to thank the Vista Del Sur staff, because I know we're loud, I know we're blocking them, but they've been gracious enough to accept this. We presented to their staff, and they seem pretty excited, so I want to thank Ms. Epax and her staff for putting up with us. We will try our best to be quiet as possible. Transportation building, the expansion of Building D and the LEC. Governing board should see that bid. We are right now out for a select bidders list. We have 4 contractors that you guys voted on. And so you should see that in February's board meeting after we get the sealed bids back. And we will start that as soon as possible. Because that way, we have 12 dual-port EVs that are coming in. The chargers are actually here in Phoenix. We actually have them secured warehouse right now. We are waiting for another piece of equipment that actually the school got next week. I need that same piece of equipment here for the EV chargers. We anticipate that starting somewhere in March to start that process. We are entering in a contract with SRP to get the power lines pulled. So hopefully that will be coming online this summer, but I'm not promising that because I can't control SRP. And then SFOB construction. We have put in grants for our roofing and weatherizations. Roofing right now is going about $3 million per school. Weatherization is about $1 million per school. We are working on getting into the next October part of the SFD to make sure that we can actually get some of that funding dollars, because as an operations director, I look at the roofs and the weatherizations, and I want to make sure we have the best schools that we can have. So for that, we will stand for questions, and I thank you for your time.
Thank you. Mrs. Anderson? No questions. Mrs. Bell?
Thank you so much. You guys kind of seem like the behind the scenes people, but if it's not, if things aren't going as they should, everyone notices, right? So thank you guys for all you do and for this presentation too.
Thank you.
I have a question. Is it hard for you to breathe with a tie on?
Yes. I will say.
One day a year, we got to make you do it.
I will say with losing weight, the shirt
It
gets a little better.
Okay, good.
I just want to say I have somewhat of a grasp of all of the work that you and your team do, but none of us really understand the breadth and depth of everything. And if you guys don't know, you have the best in the business at this position here, like we do in all of our positions, which is amazing for us here in Levine. And I would just say to Daniel, you're learning from the best in the business. You soak it all in. He may want to retire someday. I will vote no on that, but he may want to retire someday if his bosses, you probably have a couple bosses, would let him. One at home, one here. Thank you, Robert.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. And I was
one more.
Yeah, I'm last
sorry.
now. I know we're out of order. We're
I'm
so
sorry.
confusing. Yeah, definitely the unsung heroes here, and we see it takes everybody in the district to make the education possible, and we're not being educated when we don't have, and we're not safe when we don't have locks and faucets and all those things. So I appreciate you making all of that happen, and I appreciate your repeated attention to being good stewards of the money that our community has voted to provide, because like we keep saying, we are so fortunate of that, and I think that's one of, I take that to heart as one of our main responsibilities, to make sure that we are good stewards of that and that we can in good faith ask for it in the future if needed again. And so I appreciate you doing that legwork to make sure that we're making the most of those dollars and that we are being responsible with them. Thank you.
If I could also say, one of the things that I enjoy doing and watching Robert and Daniel in action was exemplified at the beam signing yesterday. And when you have people on your staff that are either know as much or more than the people that are building your schools, and they are great. Core is an incredible company, but you can sense the respect that they have for our district because of Robert and Daniel, but then that gets reflected throughout the team, and so we do have the best, and it goes all the way from the top through the entire team, and all you have to do is drive around this district and see who's adding value and who promotes excellence, and so. It's a great department, and we were really excited to feature them here tonight. So thank you, Robert and Daniel and your entire team.
Thanks.
So.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, then we're moving on to call to the public, which we don't have any tonight, so we'll go on to the consent agenda. Do I have a motion?
Motion. Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, and we don't have any for action items, so we'll move on to comments from the board. Okay, starting with Ms. Anderson.
All right, well, I just
Clerk
wanna-
Anderson, sorry.
Huh?
I can call you Clerk Anderson.
Well, I just want to say congratulations, Linda, for taking over the meetings for a little while. And then Jill, just thank you for your leadership in that president role for the last several years. I just appreciate your calm, respectful, and professional way that you have run meetings. And it's been a great example to all of us as board members. So thank you for that. And I hope everybody had a great break. That's all the comments I have. Thank you.
Yeah, echoing the same thing I was going to say. I hope you guys had a great break and that you got to rest and spend time with your loved ones. And yeah, I wanted to say the same thing. Thank you so much, Jill. So knowledgeable. You know, I really look up to you. Every time you speak, I'm like, wow, she is so diplomatic. I'm a joker over here. Like, no, not. So just so well spoken, but also so knowledgeable and just such a great example. And I'm just thankful that you guys, everyone was so welcoming, and I've learned so much from all of you, and I'm thankful and I'm excited for Linda too. She's going to be amazing too, and Michelle. Thank you so much to Tracy, Robert, Daniel for the presentations, and let's have a great semester going forward.
All right, thank you. Mrs. Bergen.
Yeah, I had a great break, and then I came back Monday, and I got like punched in the face, it felt like, and then Tuesday, felt like I got punched in the gut, and then Monday, or Wednesday, see, I don't even know what date it is. It's been a rough week. I hope you guys have not had as rough of a week back as I have had. I just want to say thank you to all the staff for participating in the Winter Festival. That's something that's really unique and special to Levine, to be able to have a district-wide event where, you know, it sounds strange, but kind of like that branding piece and making people understand that we have a brand that we care about and, you know, want to make sure that everybody understands what we're about. Not all districts get to or choose to do something like that, and I know it's a lot of work, I'm sure, for staff, but it's really important that we have that district-wide event so people understand we're the heart of our community. The PR guy up here is going, and then congrats to Linda and Michelle. We are in very good hands, and I'm excited to see what the year looks like, and you will do a great job. It has, I had no idea the statistics, so thanks for the 60 board meetings in the 5 years and the 3 years before that. It just, time has flown, and it's truly an honor just to be able to serve this community on the board and to have the trust and be able to serve as president for a number of those years has also been an honor. I come to these meetings, and every single time I am rejuvenated and energized by not just what's happening here in Levine, but that this is what it's about. This is what education is about in this state. And we are so kid-focused and instructional-focused here that it's always such a pleasure to be able to come to these meetings. So it's been an honor to serve, and I'm happy to turn the torch over to incredible people who will do the gavel. Yeah, no torches, just the gavels. Yeah, and that's all I have.
Okay, thank you. Thank you to everyone for being here and going off from the Winter Festival. I think as we saw the pictures, just holiday events throughout the district and that community that we build. And I know that, you know, I'm a Paseo parent, so Posadas is part of our family holiday celebration. We look forward to it, and I know that that's the case throughout the community, that our district is a part of their family celebrations. We're a part of the community traditions, and that's, I love seeing departments throughout the district that are all, you know, stepping up, doing what they need to support our community, like we heard tonight with our support staff, and seeing staff and teachers and families come together for all of these celebrations, and then even to the level of our executive team and governing board, where we're fortunate to have a team where any one of us could step into one of these positions, and we'll all support each other. Executive council is going to be supporting, and it's a great culture that we have in Levine District, and it takes every one of us to have that supportive and collaborative culture. So I appreciate that, and look forward to all of us continuing to collaborate for another great year in Levine. So thank you. All right. So we will now, our next meeting is going to be on February 5th at 5:30, and I will take a motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye.